Good morning, everyone. I'm actually over here at my kitchen countertop. I was finishing up my tea this morning, and I came over here to look at my tea supply to see if I needed to refill my tea box. I probably got maybe a few drops left in there. This is actually one of my favorite teacups, although you could use it as a coffee cup as well. But like I've said before, I don't drink coffee. I know that's probably shocking because most people love coffee, but I'm not a coffee drinker. I never liked it. I actually like the smell of coffee. My husband, he'll get up and brew his coffee, and I've told him many times I love the smell of coffee when it's brewing, but I just don't like the taste of it. I've said before, I wish coffee tastes as good as it smells brewing, but to me, I have never liked the taste of coffee, but I do love the smell of it. My husband actually thinks I'm crazy, but I am a tea drinker. I love tea, but I'm actually only supposed to drink 1 cup a day for medical reasons. But and now this is more than a cup, but usually, I probably usually have about this much in there, and I just mostly sip on it and enjoy it and try to savor it. And sometimes I go over a cup, but not always. And I'm doing all right, so whatever. When the doctor says, how are you doing with your tea? I say, I'm doing just fine. So, but this teacup is really special to me. A friend of mine sent this to me probably a little over 20 years ago. She knew that I love tea, and the pansies is probably what makes it really special too, is she knew that I love pansies because of my mother. She had always heard me talk about my mother and how my mother loved pansies, how I love pansies. And I had told them, it was a group of us, girls back then. We would talk, and I had told them a story about pansies and how they were so fragile, and it's one reason my mother liked them, and I guess my love of pansies grew from my mother. She would grow them, and sometimes when we would have really strong thunderstorms and the rain would come, and I would look out the window when I was a little girl, and I would see that rain just come down on those pansies, and it just seemed like they were falling over, and I would tell my mom, I said, that rain is hurting the pansies. And my mom would always tell me, she said, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. They're a lot stronger than what you think. And they always bounce back, it seemed like. And she was always right. Pansies were stronger than what I thought. And that was just something special. A story I always told, and I always remembered, every time I even look at pansies now, I always think of my mom when I look at pansies and her love of pansies, and how she always comforted me when there were storms, and I would always look out the window and look at those pansies being, beat down with the rain, and she'd always tell me they would be all right. They were stronger than what I thought. And that's a life lesson too, really, that I've always carried. And I don't care to tell my age. I'm 58 years old. Will soon to be 59 in June. And I have carried that with me ever since I've been a little girl, how, we're stronger than what we think. Even no matter what storms we go through, we can always bounce back because we are stronger, than what we think we are. We can go through a lot more sometimes than what we think we can. And when we do come out of those storms, we can look back and see, how we were, pounded by the storms, how sometimes we felt like we were broken, and how we did bounce back. So my mom, you know, whether she knew it or not, she really taught me, sorry, I get choked up. She taught me the greatest lesson in my life. And my friend sent me this teacup, you know, really done something really special for me. And every time I drink tea out of it, I sit and hold the teacup and I think about my mother. So I just, you know, I want to share that with you this morning. So like I said, I'm over here at my counter. I have a tea box. So my friend, when she sent me this teacup, she also sent me a tea box, which I think was so nice of her. The teacup was special enough, but she also sent me a tea box, and it's a wooden tea box, and it's so nice. It's like a cherry tea box, and it was filled at the time with all kinds of like specialty teas. So I'm going to show it to you. It was called Bentley's Finest Teas. This was filled with all kinds of specialty teas, and of course, you know, I drank all those teas, but I started filling it with my own, you know, teas. You know, when I buy teas, and I would just start putting. So you can see I have my own teas in here. So I fill it now with my own teas when I get, you know, different kinds. I'll start, you know, putting them in these little boxes, and I have had this tea box for over 20-some years. I mean, it may be close to 25 years. It has just been a long time, and this tea box is held up, but I try to take care of it as well for all those years. So I have my little different teas in here, and so this is really special to me. And while I was over here looking to see if I need to fill it up, which I'll probably let it go for a few more days. And one of the teas that I've been drinking for the last few mornings, and I think I'm missing it on another video, is that it's mixed fruity tea. I've been calling it a berry tea, but actually it's a mixed fruity tea, but it tastes like berries. Is this one. I think I had that one this morning. It's called a mixed fruity tea. It's really good. It has more, well, a fruit is a berry, so yeah. It has a berry taste to it. Or a berry is a fruit, rather. It has a berry taste to it. It's really nice. So I like that one. This one right here, I don't drink too much. Just once in a while. It's called anyway, I'll say. It's called a sour. It's a sour cherry. It will knock your head off. So I actually put me a little more, a couple packs of sugar in it. I try to use Sweet and Low or something like that, or not Sweet and Low, Splenda or something. It will knock your head off. But if you get it sweet enough, you know, it's got a really good taste to it. So I have just different teas. There is a soothing mint tea in here that's really good. I like because it's not, it doesn't have caffeine or anything to it. So if a tea doesn't have caffeine in it, I can drink more than one cup. But I'll have to admit, I like the caffeine teas. So, but I will drink, like if it's the wintertime and I'm really chilled or something, I will drink something like a non-caffeinated tea. This soothing mint is really good in the wintertime. The evening time, I'll drink that. Yeah, I like these Sweet Dreams herbal teas that are not caffeinated. They have that chamomile and mint, and it's caffeine free. I guess you can't see it if I don't show it to you. I will drink that, you know, at nighttime in the wintertime if I get really chilled or I just need to relax. But I wanted to show that to you today while I was over here at the countertop. But I really love this tea box, and I try to take care, you know, the best care of it because it, you know, a friend sent it to me. It was special to me when she sent it to me, and you know, with this cup, you know, that is really special to me. And what I usually do is I have a teapot that I brew my water in. You know, it like within hardly a minute, my water is, it's hot, and I pour it in my cup and put my tea bags in there and let them steep for a few minutes. So that's how I do my tea. If you're a tea drinker, you can let me know how you do your tea. This teapot is getting old, but I'm going to use it until it doesn't work anymore. I do have another teapot in a box that is really pretty. I can't wait to use it because it looks antique. It's black. It's a whole different style and everything. But I'm not going to use it until this one wears out, which this one actually does have like a little bit of short in it because sometimes I'll have to, jiggle it a little bit. But I'm thrifty, so I'm going to use stuff until I can't use it anymore. But I'm excited to use my new teapot. Like I said, because it looks antique. It has such a whole different vibe and style to it. But I will use it eventually, and I have a backup for it. So that's what I wanted to talk about this morning. I hope you all have a great day today, a blessed day. This is the day that Lord has made, and I will be glad in it. So have a great day, and this is Simply Debbie Sue. My channel is kind of new, and if you want to subscribe, I would love to have you on with my journey. If you want to comment, I would love to chat with you. So have a great day.